Hi, I'm Mr. Callista and this is my roundup of the speedruns for the boulders in the climb. There's 2 boulders per setting and you're not allowed to chalk during the courses. They're short technical runs and we're jumping straight in at the first of the bay boulders, and I've just set a new record in this one of just over 5 seconds. I haven't been topping this one before. I didn't really have the jumps for it, but I've been improving my jumps in the climb too and managed to bring them back into this one and take that top spot. There is a route up on the right hand side. You can go to the right, which was the previous route I was doing, so you start off on the right and then jump across to those finger holds, but now that I've got the jumps I can do that route that's on the left hand side, and it does save that little bit of time. So there you can see the time. It takes a little longer in the climb 1 to tot up the scores and the time than it does in the climb 2. They've made that much faster. You just have to then kind of go out back to the main menu and go back in order to see where it's placed you in the leaderboard. So there we are on Dragon's Tooth and ahead by about 0.4 of a second. And now into Bay 2, the second of the Bay Boulders, which is Tiger Rock. I've set a new PB on this one. I haven't made it to the top spot. The top player on this is about a second and a half ahead. You've got lots of finger holds in this run. The only place I can see to take that time off is I think it's possible to do a shortcut from the kind of finger holds on the left hand side of the course right up to that kind of wedged boulder that's lodged there. There's a set of finger holds there. I think you can, keeping on the left hand side, you can probably do a kind of diagonal jump from that first set of finger holds right up to the ones right next to that boulder, but I haven't managed to make that jump work. I'd be really interested to see if somebody can do that jump and post a video of it. The ghost run on this course doesn't show properly, so I can't see whether that is where that leader's taking that time off. Time of around 9 seconds, so about 1.4 off the pace on that. Now into the Alps Boulders and the first of the Alps courses. I have set a new record in this one. I lost it to, I was ahead for a long time, I lost it to this player Frank Tank. I knew there was a bit more time to come in this one, so I went up against Frank Tank's time again, and this is that improved one. Keep your head right round to the left as you do that, and then right over to the right section. Careful not to hit that poison plant on that ledge on the way up, because then the pull up to the platform doesn't work and you lose it right at the end. So that is the new record for the Alps 1 boulder, and it's about 8.8 seconds on that one. Again, just using the half grip all the way around for that. You really need to preserve the stamina in order to make those last grips work out for you, and then just going back in, and you can see that improved time coming up in the leaderboard there. On to the second of the Alps Boulders, that's Green Valley. A really tricky one this, because you've got a lot of very vertical extended grips. You're making your way up to this kind of arch and then over towards a series of crumbling grips, but it's getting the flow right in this first very vertical section. You're kind of having to strain your neck back a little bit and jump at the same time and get the placement really precise in order to make a good time on this one. So working up the arch and then over onto those finger holds on the crumbling grips and up onto the platform, and that comes in at a new record of 5.9 seconds. They haven't kept these boulder levels in the climb 2. They've moved over to the freestyle levels, which are more kind of abstract, and they've got more dynamic objects in them. They've got the kind of graphic more like the kind of endless climbing wall that you have in the climb 1, but they've got more of those dynamic objects like the sort of wheel and jump, and you've got the slides, and then there's that keep the rhythm level where the grips are appearing and disappearing in time to the music, which is particularly challenging. So there you can see that new record of 5.9 seconds. And then into the Canyon series, we've got Red Apex, which I think I've managed to do a PB which comes in about 3rd on this one. It's a particularly challenging course, this one, and it's the boulder that I really struggled the most to complete when I was initially playing the climb. You've got to have a really well functioning half grip to land the jumps in the middle section of this course, and then you have to have
Welcome to the Boulder,
a very good extended jump to pull back on the crumblers at the end of the course and land on the platform. I was kind of falling short of the platform for a long time and not managing to even complete the course. But here you go, you're pulling around onto those finger holds and then up onto the first of those crumblers, onto the next one, pull round the corner and then up to your left onto the first set of crumblers, the second, pull right back and pull down on that platform around it. And there's my new PB, which is coming in at around 11.4 seconds, and I think that's in something like third place on this one. The top ghosts don't display properly for this, so it's difficult to see where they're making up the time, but the leader on this one is staggeringly fast, coming in at just under 5 seconds, I think, on this one. So maybe they're finding a much quicker route for that. I think there's a little bit more to improve in the flow on the route that I've taken, so possibly that 9.9 is achievable on the route that I'm taking, but you can see the top time there's 4.9 seconds, so there's clearly another route or a shortcut that's that they're using for that one. So we're now in on the second of the canyon boulders, and this is a new record of around just under 8.5 seconds, and the progress I've made on this one is really by working out that you can stick just to the right hand side of the course. You don't have to go to the left, which is what I was doing before, because you can pull back and make it all the way to that wooden beam with a really extended jump there. And then up onto these crumbles and up to the end platform. So the jump that you have to use in order to reach that wooden beam is the same as the one that you would use in the medium level on the Alps series in Climb 2. So if you look at the video that I've done for that, where I demonstrate that jump where you're pulling the grip right down to the floor and then springing right up, it's that jump that you need to use to make it from those grips on the right hand side of that boulder straight up to that wooden beam, and then you're pulling over and ducking your head under to go on those kind of hanging, crumbling grips to complete that middle section of that boulder, and then up onto those crumblers for the last part. And that completes my roundup of the boulders in the climb. Hopefully they might bring them back in future iterations of the climb if we're going to get any of those. They're really nice, elegant courses that you can enjoy the scenery on those as well. Let's hope so. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe.